So I was 19 years old, and I was bicycling through Idaho. I had a bicycle, a tent, a sleeping bag, and my wallet with me. That was pretty much all that I had. It was September, so it was getting cold in Idaho. I found a spot on the side of the road where I could pitch my tent, set up my tent. The town was called Island Park, Idaho. This is the real location. I found it on the internet for this slideshow. This is the real restaurant that I went to. As you can see, it's a gas station. It's basically a truck stop. I went there for dinner. I paid for my dinner at the truck stop. Then I went 1 mile down the road from the truck stop and I pitched my tent. I pulled my bicycle inside my tent. I went to sleep inside my tent. In the morning, it was really, really, really cold. So I left my tent and my sleeping bag, and I took my wallet and my bicycle to the restaurant to have some breakfast. I ate my breakfast and I was really, really happy. When I went back on my bicycle to find my tent and my sleeping bag, they were gone. Somebody had taken them. Island Park is about 30 miles away from another town called Ashton, Idaho. Ashton. I didn't have anything except my wallet and my bicycle, but I thought maybe in Ashton I can buy a new sleeping bag and a new tent. I did have money for that, so off I went to Ashton. I got to Ashton and I found a store where they sell tents. I asked the store clerk how much the sleeping bag and a tent would cost. He said $85. So I said, yeah, I can pay $85. But oh no, I couldn't find my wallet. And then I realized, oh, I left my wallet in the restaurant. Oh, now maybe my trip really was over. Well, I was lucky because the owner of the shop was also the sheriff. Sheriff, in Japanese you say wankan. So, he said that he could put my bicycle in his truck and drive me all the way back to Island Park, to the restaurant to get my wallet. I said, thank you so much. Well, in his car, in his truck, there was a radio, a CB radio. He's the sheriff, so he has to be able to talk to all of the other police officers. Well, someone on the radio said to him, "Where are you going?" And he said, "I'm going to Island Park. I'm taking a young man to Island Park." And he lost his wallet, so we have to go to Island Park. The person on the radio said, "Is he missing a tent and a sleeping bag?" I said, "Yes." "Well, when you finish going to Island Park, please come to the Ashton police station. Please come to the Ashton police station because we have his tent and his sleeping bag." So the sheriff took me all the way back to Island Park, Idaho, to the truck stop, and they had my wallet. All the money was still in the wallet. I was very lucky. Then the sheriff took me all the way back to Ashton to get my tent and my sleeping bag. I was very happy. So I got my tent and my sleeping bag and my bicycle in Ashton, and I kept going. My trip continued.